We're going to get into it because there's a lot of things that I want to get off my chest. In 3, 2, 1.
As this game progresses.
So, I'm going to just take this whole time to talk to you guys, just one-on-one here. Hi, my name's Jackal, owner of the Jackal Joker channel on both YouTube and Twitch, and co-host of the 3 Counting Out podcast. That is the @3 Counting Out podcast. Known Michigan fan. Proud Michigan fan as well. Even though this year, not exactly the way that I expected it to go. However, I will take the results of this game nonetheless. Words cannot even begin to describe my thoughts and feelings about this game because this whole entire season has been a blur. Especially coming off of a 2023 season, excuse me, where it's a perfect regular season the entire way. We win the Big Ten championship. We beat Ohio State. We beat Alabama in the first round of the college football playoffs last year. Take Nick Saban out of his job. Make Nick Saban done coaching football. Now he's an analyst sitting next to Pat McAfee. And then we beat Washington in the national championship game. To win the first national championship for Michigan in my entire waking human existence on this planet Earth. Then, of course, so many various things happens to where Jim Harbaugh leaves, he goes to the NFL. Basically, our entire offense gets gutted. We lose coordinators, we lose players, we lose everything. Whether they're going to the NFL, whether they're going to other schools, whether they're this, whether they're that, whatever, it doesn't matter. Regardless, they are not a Michigan football team member anymore, and that's fine. Obviously, I knew we were going to regress this season. I'm certain other Michigan fans out there kind of figured we're a little more delusional than I am. Thought we were going to maintain and be at the top of the world for 2 years back to back. As nice as that would have been, I really think that is a very delusional take, unfortunately. And in the entirety of the offseason, that team down south has been running their entire mouth the whole entire year. Cheating, sign stealing. You guys were doing this. You guys were doing that. You stole our sign. There's cheeseburgers. We had the flu. It was cold. There was sign stealing. It was snow. It was this. It was that. And blah, 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 blah. Whining and bitching and moaning and bitching 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 constantly from these fucking people down south who don't understand that, oh my God, it's always been Ohio against the world. It's always been Ohio State versus everybody. Everybody's always doubted Ohio State. Yeah, your perennial top 5 team year after year really has a lot of doubters. Really has a lot of doubters and people saying bad things against them. God, I feel so bad for you, Susan. Oh, boo-hoo. Cry me a river, man. You guys saw all that. Saw the team you had. Saw how close you were to beating Michigan. You fucking ran Kyle McCord out of town. You ran Kyle McCord out of town. A guy that won you so many games throughout the season and had his one and only bad game against Michigan. And you guys fucking ran him out of town. You guys ran that poor college kid out of town to upstate New York to go play for Syracuse. So in turn, you guys went out and opened your wallet. Opened your wallet and paid millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Empty the wallet, man. Drain those bank accounts. It's worth it. Open the bank account. Give these kids blank checks. That's what they deserve. Just sign their name on it and send it out. Send it away. We don't care. And money's no object. Take it all. Take it all. Take everything. $20-30 million team where you guys were going out and getting some of the best NIL signings in the sport of college football. You got Will Howard. You got Quinshon Judkins. You got that fucking bum out of Alabama who couldn't play center and snapped the ball well. He didn't make it to this game because he was fucking hurt. We'll get to that point later.
Comes up empty. To Davis Warren, the walk-on quarterback leading the way. Edwards, nothing. Nicely done. Edwards in motion. They'll give it to him, running right, turns a corner. And Edwards gets chopped down right at the line. Got it away. Zavada again. Wow. Howard. Near side, caught and out of bounds. That's Howard. Over the middle, caught. Abuka, money, and he gets to midfield.
Okay, so sorry about that. I had to step away for a second because I needed to calm down for a second. You guys had the millions of dollars, emptied your wallets for this team, and you were so happy. You were running the table. You got win after win after win after win after win after win. You ran into a buzzsaw at Oregon, and we were only one bad play away from being able to beat Oregon. You still didn't do it, though. You still didn't do it. It still wasn't good enough. Ohio State was winning at home. You guys were barely scraping by all these bad teams, and you were watching. We were both watching the SEC implode on itself. Alabama beating Georgia. Georgia beating Texas. Texas beating Alabama. Like, everybody was just beating and brutalizing each other over and over and over, left and right, left and right. And I'm thinking, son of a bitch, this is going to be Ohio State's year. This is going to be Ohio State's year. And Michigan is having one of their worst seasons in years. Worse than Brady Hope. Worse than Rich Rod. Through no fault of Sharon Moore's. This was not Sharon Moore's fault. Because, for the life of us, we could not figure out a quarterback. Couldn't figure out a quarterback at all. Davis Warren, Alex Orji, any of the combinations, nobody could throw the ball. So what we do, we rely on Colston Loveland. We rely on Donovan Edwards. Colston Loveland ended up getting hurt at some point throughout the season. I can't remember which game specifically. And then he's been on and off and stop and start the whole season. Kind of, I love him to death. Like, he helped us out a lot in the past couple of seasons, but this year he was the only part of our offense where the quarterbacks could throw to. But since he wasn't a reliability for all the games, he was kind of a non-factor, if I'm being honest with ourselves. Donovan Edwards couldn't do anything, so because our offensive line wasn't giving him the right type of holes that he needed, and in my personal opinion, Donovan Edwards wasn't an every down back anyways. He's more of a home run hitter, where, like, if you look at the Lions, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery's an every down back. Jahmyr Gibbs is your home run hitter. Jahmyr Gibbs could be an every down back, but he performs well after Montgomery has sort of beaten down the defense into submission, where Jahmyr Gibbs can come in and bust open a play for a big gain. With the way that Michigan's offensive line was been playing, that couldn't happen. It couldn't happen, if we're being honest. The line regressed because all of those guys went to the NFL or they were hurt, so we had to turn to Kalel Mullings, the former linebacker turned running back, to just pound teams over and over and over and over and over again. And then you look at the defense. Will Johnson played only a couple games. He was the reason why we fucking won the first game of the season with like a 90-yard pick six. He gets hurt at one point, and then he says, you know what? I'm going to start looking out for myself. I'm going to be concerned with the NFL draft more than anything. He sits out. Coming to this game, we're 6-5. Losses to Washington, Indiana, Illinois, Oregon, Texas. The same Oregon team that beat Ohio State. 5 losses. 5 losses. Ohio State's only loss. Oregon. I don't care how many people Ohio State had out. Colston Loveland, out for Michigan. Will Johnson, out for Michigan. Donovan Edwards, left the game early for Michigan. 3 of Michigan's best players. Everybody else, non-factor. The only people who really matter here, Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant, Khalil Mullins. Those are the 3 names you need to remember. And maybe Alex Orji. Other than that, nothing. Nothing going for Michigan. Walked into your house, after winning 3 straight years on Michigan's worst performing season in a long time, with a literal Make-A-Wish kid at quarterback. The dude played Davis Warren, beat cancer. Davis Warren is a cancer survivor. He is a Make-A-Wish kid. If he was a child, he'd be a Make-A-Wish kid. He only put up 60 yards passing. 60 yards. And in return, we only get 13 points. 13 points the entire game. So you think to yourself, how many points does Ohio State get? Huh, Jackal? How many points does Ohio State get? 10! Excuse me, like I said, I'm not feeling it.
First down at the 28. Here's the pass, and they throw it.
Like I said, I'm not feeling good. Ohio State only gets 10 points the entire game because Chip Kelly is a bum. Ryan Day is a bum. Ryan Day said he was going to hang 100 on Michigan 5 years ago. Guess how many points he scored on Michigan in the recent 5 years that he said that? He scored 84 points. He hasn't even scored 100 yet. The fucking bum went out and got Chip Kelly to be the offensive coordinator. Chip Kelly isn't in the NFL for a reason because Chip Kelly is a fucking bum. He tried running it on Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant the whole fucking game, and it didn't work. It didn't work. You kept trying it and trying it and trying it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Quinshon Judkins up the middle. Quinshon Judkins up the middle. Quinshon Judkins up the middle. And it didn't work. It didn't work. Ohio State's best drive all day with the 2-minute drill at the end of the first half. When they threw the ball. When Will Howard actually knew how to throw passes to his wide receivers. When he wasn't throwing 2 interceptions to a depleted Michigan secondary. Ohio State looked great, and they knew the disadvantages that they had over Michigan at wide receiver and RDBs, and they kept running it, and Michigan controlled the ball up the middle. They were better. Michigan's offensive line fucking manhandled Jack Sawyer and all those other fucking bums on the Ohio State line. I'm sick of it, of you fucking fans acting like every single one of your players is the second coming of Christ because they're fucking bums. They're fucking pussies. I don't want to hear Jack Sawyer's name. I don't want to hear JT Tuimoloau's name anymore. They were non-factors. Only reason Jack Sawyer did anything is because the Make-A-Wish kid gave him an interception in his fucking lap. I don't want to hear it. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys ran your mouth all season. You guys, we're going to hang 100 on him. We're going to destroy him. We're going to do it for Marv. We're going to do it for this. We're going to do it for that. And at the end of the game, Ryan Day tries to call 2 timeouts in a row because he's a dumbass. Ohio State, what are we doing? You guys were the team of destiny, 10-1. We'll see you guys in Indianapolis. We'll see you guys in Indianapolis. Oh yeah, we'll see you there in the fucking bar watching fucking Oregon and Penn State play each other, pal. You guys. Oregon and Penn State is going to win the Big Ten more recently than Ohio State. Oh my God. Oh my God. I hope Ohio State keeps Ryan Day forever. I want to watch it.
And Michigan takes a 13-10 lead with 45 seconds to go. Howard looking, steps up in the pocket. Sideline throw, high and in from 2nd and 10.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Oh my God. Oh my God. They laid down and rolled over. Had 60 minutes. Had 60 minutes to put up any sort of a fight, and the only time they did was the last 2 minutes of the first half. And it's done. It's done. 4 years in a row on Michigan's worst year in decades. Michigan's worst year in decades, and you lost. You lost to the team going to the fucking Cheez-It Bowl. We're gonna watch you in the college football playoffs. You lost to the Pop-Tart Bowl team. Do you not comprehend that? You guys think you're gonna win a fucking natty, and you lost to the team playing for fucking Pop-Tarts? Are you okay? Are you mentally fucking sound? I know that team down south doesn't really focus on academics too much, but are you mentally fucking okay? You allowed this team of the merry band of misfits and a first-year Sharon Moore to walk into your house and take a shit in the middle of your field. Hold on, this video's not done because I got something else to talk about. There was something else that happened after that. There was something else that happened after that. There was a little bit of a scuffle. There was something else that happened that I want to talk about. We're not done just yet. We're not done just yet. 3, 2, 1.
That's what we are. That's what Michigan does, man. And that's what we do first of all.
Really? Really? Now's the time. Now's the time. Now's the time when you guys want to come out and actually put up a fight. Now's the time when you guys want to come out and put up a fight. Classless. Classless. Fucking classless shit from that team down south. Oh my God, I'm not going to let them put up their flag in the middle of my field. You guys had 60 minutes to fight. You guys had 60 minutes to fight. You didn't do a fucking thing about it. You already lost. Get the fuck out of here. And then there's the other thing. Gus Johnson, the biggest fucking dick sucker to Ohio State on announcing I've ever seen in my entire life. Gus Johnson was acting like Chernobyl was melting down right the fuck in front of him. Fucking disgusting. Disgusting display from the announcers. Disgusting display from the team down south. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if he has bias. As an announcer on national television, you're supposed to be as unbiased as fucking possible, and you're gonna call what Michigan did disgusting? Fuck you. Ohio State has done countless shit to Michigan. Ohio State has done number of things to Michigan that have been applauded and cheered. And yay, woohoo, Ohio State did this to Michigan. Ohio State fucking tearing down the sign, shitting on the Michigan logo, blocking out all the M's, doing this, doing that, not even having the respect to call us Michigan, and putting a flag in the middle of their field is disrespectful, Gus Johnson. Fuck you. Go call Ohio State games the rest of your fucking career. I don't want to hear Gus Johnson's voice attached to Michigan at all, ever again. Ever again. You're coming out here trying to shove people who work for the school and trying to knock them over. You're trying to come out here and shove the guy who took the flag away from that punk-ass bitch, Jack Sawyer, trying to shove him. The cops out here in the middle of the field. And Ryan Day, what a bum. Standing here just watching everything happen. Sharon Moore trying to be a good coach and break everything up. And Ryan Day standing off to the side just watching it all go down. Fuck you. Classless bullshit school. Classless fucking coach. I hope you guys keep him forever. I hope you guys fucking keep Ryan Day forever and ever and ever. Oh yeah. Oh, Ohio State PD out in the middle of the field. Making sure they hold Michigan back. making sure they hold Michigan back. How about you get your fucking team to the locker room? Fuck you, Jackson. First overall pick in the XFL, Jack Sawyer, going to do great things in the UFL. Going to do tremendous things in the UFL, Jack Sawyer. Pepper spraying Michigan players. What a fucking joke. You guys already lost. You had no issue when Baker Mayfield did it to your bitch asses in 2018. We had no issue when Oregon and Texas did it to us this year because we lost. They won. They have every right to do whatever the fuck they want because they had 60 minutes to prove that they're winners. That's what winners do. Punk ass bitches at Ohio State do this, and Gus Johnson fucking cheers them for it. It's a fucking joke. You don't hate to see it. It's good for the fucking rivalry because, hey, guess what, Joe Klatt? Fox Network is going to be using this for promotional footage for years to come. Gus Johnson, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It's part of the fucking game because as soon as Michigan saw that it pissed off Ohio State, they're going to want to do it more. They're going to want to do it more because this is the best fucking rivalry in all of sport. And you're getting disgusted by putting a flag in the middle of their field. You're acting like we just sacrificed one of their fucking players to Satan in the middle of their field, Gus. Are you okay? Are you fine? Like, are you, whatever. I'm gonna, I've done this for long enough. I need to take a breather. I need to calm down. That's it for me. I'll see you later.